series. The big guns are back in the house here on the Star Sports Studios. Mr. Switchit, Kevin Peterson, the Prince of Trinidad, and of our studios, Brian Laura, and Mr. Swing King himself, Irfan Pathan. Gentlemen, welcome back.
Thank you.
How are you, Mayanti?
I'm doing really well, KP. How are you? Looking refreshed?
Yes, I've had a month off. I've just been at home doing
Version of doing nothing.
Just playing golf every day. So that's...
Hey, it's about -2.
Been down in the Kruger or something.
I've been there, but that was over a month ago. No, I've just been completely relaxed at home. The kids are at school, so not up to anything. Just doing the school run because crazy season starts now.
Right now, crazy season in the studios.
That's it.
In the dugout.
That's it.
We are set, gentlemen. We are so happy to have you back, as are all our viewers. Let's find out what's on.
Neutral.
I don't know. Ask him.
I've always been a neutral.
Or between when India
Well,
play against the West Indies.
when it comes to cricket, to win, but I feel that common sense prevails sometimes.
Okay.
Subliminally, that maroon jacket tells us everything we
Yes.
Irfan.
What excited to see how he's going to handle the leadership, the role, which is very
Excited about Pollard in charge, the new man at the helm. They are the reigning World T20 champions, are back on Indian shores, and for the men in blue, it's Mission 2020 that is back on the agenda. This is why we're so excited about this series. Have that stellar record against West Indies, Brian, but look, they returned to the land where they were crowned T20 world champions. In this format, they are pretty dangerous. What adds to this unpredictability about West Indies?
I just think
Exciting, and KP, we're also excited to hear you talk about this. Look, as I mentioned, as far as the team is concerned, a couple of the big names are returning, so all take one from indifferent form. You heard Virat Kohli, who said, listen, cricket community, let's take the pressure off him. Let him be the game-changing maverick batsman that he can be. Because keeping Mission 2020 in mind, every time Rishabh Pant walks out to bat, all eyes are on him.
This is my game. He's just finding his way. He's 21. I never started international cricket till I was 24.
The thing is, he's got the backing.
Yeah.
What we've noticed, though, Brian, is that you've got him there because you believe in his game-changing abilities, and we've seen that. We've all seen that. But in the couple of opportunities he's had, it seems he's not playing his natural game. Now, is that mentally blocking him from possessing or game-changing skills that he usually has? Way to do it, and that is let your performances speak, and therein lies another opportunity for Rishabh Pant, which we are looking forward to as well. He went back to domestic cricket and just looking to get the gears back, but someone who's just found the right gear and has kept up going, that's the hitman. Rohit Sharma has been in prime.
That's how it's rubbed off on the rest of this Indian team. I mean, just have a look at the physique. Absolutely.
And why not? Because every time you look at Virat Kohli, you actually have managed to find an animated character that endorses his superhero abilities. Now, in Australian conditions for a T20 World Cup.
I think the injury to
some returning faces, but KP, if you're looking to build a champion team, you look at this Indian team, the men in blue, is there a cause? 2020 applies in a sense to West Indies as well, and to Pollard, the man who's in charge. He's a new man in charge, and he's inherited this team that has a lot of young talent and some returning faces, and he returns to a land, to India, where he is so treasured as a player. Over the years, we've been such huge fans of Pollard power. Champions, Brian, you've got Phil Simmons in, you've got Pollard now as the man to lead you. Is this a step in the right direction to get that champion side back?
Well,
Well, they've been here for some time, so you have acclimatized. You understand the Indian conditions pretty well as well. But listen, it isn't just the returning names, it isn't the big favourites like Pollard. There are a couple of exciting West Indian players to look forward to in this series. To show his intent like he does in the IPL. So look, he's in the form in the domestic circuit for Vijay Hazare, for the Mushtaq Ali as well. He was in sublime form, and this is something that you focus on as well. He possesses a better strike, the backup opener, but would he be your first choice opener now?
I was thinking about it.
As well throughout this T20 series is not about his place in the side. Is KL Rahul the other opener for Team India looking at Mission 2020? And I guess we have a lot of questions when it comes to the bowlers as well, because guess what? Bhuvaneshwar Kumar and Mohammad Shami are back. Mohammad Shami, Gautam Gambhir in our shows has said with the red ball, he is currently the best seamer in the world. We saw in the World Cup in Australia how effective he was, but now this format, coming back after 2 years, what are the sort of pressures that he may be under, and what does he need to do?
I think the toughest format to play is Test cricket, when you do really well with that red.
Or to find a left arm seamer, because you need that varied angle of attack when you're playing against the best batters in the world, because you don't want batsmen to line.
Do you think Dwayne Johnson would ever be benched? I don't believe that. The Rock, bench?
He would hit a long ball, right?
Yeah.
But I can see him whacking him. I really can see him whacking him.
Imagine him in the battle of sixes in the series as well. He would just be hammering everyone out of the park. Let's have a look at Team India. Of course, the focus is on the bowlers because India will be chasing a
Job.
You want to see that intent right from the start. Since the World T20, actually, amongst the 3 teams that have hit the most sixes in T20 cricket. And in India now in a position where they will have to pull off their most successful chase in T20 internationals. We're ready to get started. Let's have a look at our 1MG top stories.
The Indians in the first match.
15 maximums. Just imagine for Shimron Hetmeyer, you know, just before the auction, you've been released by a team. You've got a maiden T20 15 internationals. Now, you know, you're the due as being a factor behind his decision as well. And speaking of Virat Kohli, he'll have to find the superhero within him, which he usually does, which is why this Sunday we're looking forward to Super V.
Because you actually can't add
Beside Virat Kohli, when you're watching Virat Kohli bat. And Irfan, you mentioned it at the start.
and he's moving right across his stumps, he's not playing well because his head's going and his head's going all over the place. So when he's moving, if your head's going this way, your head can't actually track the ball, your eyes can't track the ball properly. That shot that Virat Kohli played that he hit over extra cover, he went into his normal Test cricket position, he went back and across, he stood there, he watched the ball, he lined it up and he hit it over extra cover. That was when Virat Kohli was in. Then Williams came around the wicket, he got into his Test match position again and he just used his wrists and he hit him straight down the ground again. And that's when he knew. As soon as he played those two shots, the game was over. In my book, the game was over.
It's those little triggers that help you, and then you see the Virat Kohli that gets everyone in the stadium applauding. Frankly, everyone in our studios just stood up when that flick came out in front.
Oh, yeah, they were the only ones.
The strength that he has in those wrists, you've seen it in the nets, all the hard work that he puts in, you know. How do you manage to get that? How does he manage? Is it just
That's
practice?
talent.
Or is
No, that's talent. That you can't buy that. There's no shop that sells that. I don't care where you shop in. You can't go to Harrods.
Now all the young kids are like, come on, KP,
If you're
supposed to tell us the secret.
All the youngsters that are watching, if you're born with it, you're very lucky.
You know this well as a bowler. You need to have that. You know?
Well, you know, we always do that, and now we have seen this. Obviously, not in this match. He didn't get an opportunity.
At the start, in the beginning, he wasn't his most fluent self. There were a few standing beside me. It's part of the game. It happens.
I was playing a test match against Dinesh Ramdin once, and Viv Richards was talking about him, and he's saying that he shouldn't be in the team, and he basically just went into, after he got 100, he got a piece of paper out.
Back down, especially with these kind of tactics.
It was a great message to say, listen, off the field, we shook hands, remembered it. On the field, you keep that fiery spirit alive. It is a competition. To finish off a game. Irfan said it rightly. Today we saw the Super V version of Virat Kohli elevated to just a completely different level, and you'll get to see that on Sunday. Strike rates in the power play. Now, if you put KL Rahul into the mix, it completely changes that aggressive approach. In fact, you'll see some of Rohit Sharma's numbers in the recent past when he's batting with KL. They go up as well.
Yeah, they
In the series,
Wanted the second T20 international to see if Irfan said India can look to get that series in the bag. And remember, Virat Kohli is only 3 runs behind Rohit Sharma when it comes to the leading run scorer in T20 internationals. That will resume as well. Gentlemen, we will see you as well. Thank you so much for keeping us company. We leave you now with Make It Large moments.